Objects in your speakers
are crazier than they appear.
Are you crazy?
Are you crazy?
Hey, you want to see crazy? I'll tell you.
It's the Nassau Morning Madhouse.
On the voice of Nassau Community College.
90.3 WHPC.
Sunshine today and a high of 90. Break out the shorts. Yeah. Samantha, you almost wore pants today. I'm glad someone stopped you.
Yes. I'm so happy somebody stopped. I almost wore like pants with like an undershirt and a sweater and like a full, because I go to work after this, and I was going to like dress in like a fully blown professional work outfit. But luckily, my sister was getting ready for work at the same time. She was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's going to be 90 degrees today." I was like, "What?"
Oh, thank God for your sister.
Yes, thank God for my sister.
That's what sisters are for. Yes. And it's a good day to have some ice cream.
Yeah.
It'll cool you down, right?
Yeah, if you can eat it fast enough.
I've been craving ice cream.
If you can eat it fast enough. Well, former Vice President Joe Biden, he was the president of ice cream. Wherever he went, he was always photographed eating ice cream cones every chance he could get, right? And so he got the opportunity of a lifetime. There's this place called the Cornell.
Of a lifetime.
It is.
It's a cool opportunity.
This is a great opportunity. A place called the Cornell Dairy Processing Plant gave him the opportunity to pick a flavor of ice cream, and it would be officially called, on all their cartons and whatever else they sell, it would officially be called the Joe Biden flavor.
Oh, I'm so scared to know what you chose.
I just got this. I got this bad feeling that Joe Biden, my buddy,
but chocolate's already taken.
He picked vanilla.
I know.
Well, he didn't pick vanilla. It's not that bad.
Those are already taken, guys.
He picked pistachio.
Well, no. Well, he picked an actual flavor. Just to make sure I'm being clear, he picked a real flavor of ice cream that already exists, and they renamed it the Joe Biden flavor. Okay?
Oh.
Right.
So if you could pick, you have an opportunity here to pick one of the most exciting things ever, and it would be your flavor. So, Gina, what flavor of ice cream would you pick to be the Gina ice cream?
Cookies and cream, for sure.
I see, that's a little boring, too.
Why? No,
but that's her favorite. I really love cookies and cream. It's so versatile.
No, but
you can make so many things with it.
Right. It's cookies and cream, but like with all the different types of cookies.
Oh, now you're talking.
Oh. Yeah, so it's like macadamia.
Did you make this up, or does this already exist?
I just made it up.
Yeah, she can
Ralph's, if you're listening,
I'm open. She's going out of the carton, if you will.
Right. It's like all different types of cookies in the cookies and cream.
All right, now you're being a little creative. What about you, Samantha?
For one that's already made, like Joe Biden had to choose from, I think it's like Haagen-Dazs. I don't know. Somebody makes a really good cinnamon roll flavor, and it's like, it has chunks of like, instead of cookie dough, it's like cinnamon chunks, like cookie dough, but instead of chocolate chips, it's cinnamon sprinkles. Oh my gosh. It's so
Does it include the glaze? Good. If it doesn't include the glaze you get on top of a cinnamon roll, then you're lost.
I would assume that that's the flavor of the actual ice cream, because it's not pure vanilla.
Oh, okay.
It's a really good base, and then it has, it's really, really good. It's so good.
I know where I'm going after the show. Bill?
Yeah. Wow. Well, I'm a dark chocolate guy.
Dark chocolate.
So, but I would like to see a flavor of ice cream that like ran the whole gamut, from
like every ice cream.
Yeah, all the
like
way to the
better?
deepest, darkest chocolate. Maybe even in the container, it could be like light
Layers.
chocolate at the top, and as you go down, it gets
oh, that's
stronger
genius.
and stronger.
Wow. Someone called Baskin Robbins. He just created the 30-second flavor.
Yeah, that's
oh my gosh.
What about you, Joe?
I'm stealing someone else's. The Americone Dream from Stephen Colbert. I'm stealing that from him, and I'm renaming it for me. Because it's just amazing.
Well,
you had
what
it?
is it?
Oh, it's like, okay, here, I'm going to read it for you right now. It's a vanilla ice cream with fudge-covered vanilla waffle cone pieces and a caramel swirl. And it contains 1776% of your recommended daily allowance of freedom. So why wouldn't you want it?
That is so cheesy.
Seriously.
Ben and Jerry's, they know what they're doing, naming stuff after people.
So what did Joe Biden do?
Well, Joe Biden picked the most boring flavor of all.
Right. What was it?
Chocolate chip.
That was it?
Oh, no.
That's it. Vanilla chocolate chip.
In his defense, it's his favorite.
You have to respect the man for going with his favorite, though.
Yeah,
But he could have made anything.
Anything.
Well, he made his favorite.
Yeah.
But still.
He could have at least gone chocolate chunk.
Nah.
Okay,
come on,
also
no.
true.
Nah, he's trying to lose a little weight. You can't do that.
Chip.
But I have a confession, though.
What if he's trying to watch his weight? You can't go chocolate chunk if you're trying to watch your weight.
That's true.
Wait a minute. I have a question here now. Flavors like that, they put 15 things in there.
Right.
Isn't that just a sundae in a
Kinda.
Yeah.
Rather than
pre-made
a
sundaes.
flavor of ice cream?
It's the poor man Sunday.
I guess. Yeah, right.
You do what you got to survive
You
after
open
you get
those
kicked
things
out of the
up
White
and there's,
House.
like,
You were about,
glistening things and-
Samantha was about to confess something.
Yeah, because I don't know when I used to go on like DisneyChannel.com a lot when I was younger.
Yeah.
And they always used to have those opportunities like the ads on the side where you can create the newest ice cream
Right.
flavor and then they choose you and you get paid. I used to submit the most bogus flavors just because I thought it'd make me win. So I'd be like, oh, it's pink ice cream with edible glitter and
Ew.
strawberry swirl. I don't know. I just used to mix
Did you win?
all. I've never won, rightfully so.
Oh,
So-
So you do what the people from Rick and Morty do. They just kind of throw stuff out there and hope everyone jumps on the bandwagon.
Yeah, I really and I was so let down every time they chose a different person. Like,
because
wow.
everyone knows you need to bring back a lot of stuff.
I'm like, this
Rick
is a
and Morty's
genius
got us.
concoction. How could I have lost?
At least you're more creative than the former vice president. I'll give you that, okay? There we go.
Enough chit chat. Let's get some music on to make your morning drive fly by.
Roll down the windows and crank up the NASA Morning Madhouse.
90.3 WHPC.
Where is the worst possible place someone could accidentally show porn?
National television, and I'll tell you exactly where.
You are ready.
Boston. They showed 30 minutes of it on CNN.
30 minutes?
30 minutes of it. Instead of showing Anthony Bourdain's Parts Unknown, they played 30 minutes of it. Hardcore.
So that was an accident?
No one had... Nope.
Wait.
No one had any idea it happened, but one guy who was
Wasn't
up late at
somebody
night.
supposed to be checking
Who
this?
was asleep at
like,
the switch?
Someone was asleep
somebody's
at the
supposed to be
switch.
responsible. When did this happen?
I forgot.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
It
Whatever.
had to be.
But I don't even think
Was
that's
it?
bad. I don't even think that's bad because that's avoidable. Okay, you could choose to turn it off.
Yeah, but he
Change the
didn't
channel?
for 30 minutes.
Okay, but I'm saying the user,
Well,
like
yeah,
you-
Okay.
The
you-
people
the
who aren't
people-
supposed to see that aren't going to choose to turn it off.
True.
Poor
That's
Anthony
only-
Here's the
Bourdain.
bad
He
thing,
just
though.
wanted to show you the Parts Unknown.
Maybe it was like, you know how porns usually have those strange names? Maybe Parts Unknown. It could be.
No.
They probably just put on the wrong
No.
Parts
Alien
Unknown.
porn. Alien porn.
They put on the
Listen,
wrong
Parts
Parts Unknown.
On the
No.
wrong channel.
Well, the reason why I bring
Unbelievable.
this up is because I believe this week porn was accidentally shown in one of the worst possible places because people who saw it couldn't turn it off.
Was it church?
No, church would be pretty bad.
Good one.
First thing that came to mind.
If church started to have video screens, I probably would go more
So
often.
those
do.
mega churches
They
do. The
do.
mega
They
churches
put the
do.
words
Yeah.
up to the
But yeah.
songs you're singing.
Yeah.
Oh, then
So
I'm,
they have
Really?
to- yeah.
You got to go to one of like the mega
it like-
churches. Or,
I'm converting.
Was it a
now.
funeral?
No, it was not a
The
funeral.
plates are bigger,
That's pretty
though, yeah.
awful.
It was a train station.
Oh.
People passing through Washington's Union Station got a surprise
Oh
on
my gosh,
Monday
I'm there
night
all the time.
because for a few minutes a porn site popped up on screens inside the train station.
like the screens at the
Oh,
train
so-
times come on?
Right.
Oh, so it wasn't like
my
a
gosh.
person was
Who-
playing
That was
it.
a prank. It had to be.
Well, they think that they were hacked.
Yeah, they had to be.
Had to
But it
be.
was on for about 3.5 minutes before somebody was able to turn it off.
See, that's way nicer than 30 minutes of it.
Someone thinks
full
it was
30 minutes.
someone thinks it was coming from the website Pornhub, and
who else would it come from?
The Union Station Redevelopment Corporation says, fortunately, it was quickly turned off, but not quick enough because someone was able to capture a video of it and put it on Twitter.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, that's
3
the
minutes
worst
is a
possible
long
place. Yeah.
time.
That's a long time.
I know.
You know how much things you can do in 3 minutes?
A lot
Okay.
of things.
Okay, let's not go
Yeah,
there.
let's not go there.
I meant like.
Are you talking about what you can do or what they were doing on the video?
No, I
No,
meant
but
like.
time-wise.
Yeah, time wise, 3 minutes is a lot.
It is
You
a
can
long
like
time.
order a whole meal. You can use the bathroom.
You can do a
You
newscast.
can watch a music video. Like
Yep.
3 minutes is.
You could.
Well, you know what's odd is that, who knew in this day and age that the safest way to transmit communication would be to whisper in somebody's ear? Because all this digital stuff, look what's
Seriously.
happening.
Yep, everything's taking over
You
the
know?
world. There's so much you can do in 3 minutes, but I wouldn't be doing any of those. I would be at Washington's Union Station watching some really good TV.
Hold on to your microphone.
Wait, that's our job.
We'll get it right one day
It's the Nassau Morning Madhouse.
on the voice of Nassau Community College.
90.3 WHPC.
Starbucks. Anybody in here a Starbucks fan?
No.
No, but Mike Sanford works for one.
Oh, somebody else who works here, you mean?
Yeah, he's a barista.
Who's not in the room right now?
No, so that's why we can talk about him.
All right, good. Well, Starbucks found a way to get even more caffeine into your coffee. And I'm not necessarily a Starbucks person either, but I'm going to say, Starbucks, stop. We don't need more caffeine. Don't you think we've had enough caffeine in the coffee already?
It's
How are they doing
dangerous.
that?
Yeah. Is it even like a safe level at that point?
We're talking shots?
They've well, no.
What are they doing?
We're talking iced coffee specifically.
Yeah.
And now they're going to make the ice cubes in the iced coffee out of coffee.
They're going to double down.
That's
huh?
genius, though.
They
because
saw tasty,
That's the
like-
one
You know
thing.
what? You're right. It is genius because they're
Because-
selling more coffee.
Oh, also true. But what I was going to say
What does
was
this world come
on the
to?
rare occasion that I do have Starbucks, when I get an iced coffee, I drink it really slow. And then when the ice melts, it's really watered down. It doesn't taste the
that's the
same.
best.
But if it's
Then don't
coffee,
get ice in
then it's not an iced
This could be
coffee.
genius, Sean. It could be genius.
What do you mean don't get
The
ice
next
in an iced
next they'll be
coffee? Then
making
it's
the
just
cups
room
out of
temperature
coffee.
coffee.
Yeah, it's
You
like
know.
getting a hot chocolate and just putting it in the freezer because you can't drink it yet. Then just heat it up. You're fine.
It's called an uniced coffee.
Uniced
Yeah.
coffee.
An uniced coffee.
A
Starbucks is
lukewarm coffee.
they're not doing it for free. They're going to charge you 80 cents for this coffee.
Oh,
guys.
Well, so
Yeah.
that's an option, though, right? It's not like, just to
Yeah,
get
right.
ice, like, right?
Yes,
Oh,
it's
so-
an
You
option.
want the
Okay,
coffee
it's
ice cream?
optional.
Option?
Good.
It'll be $2 more.
Okay,
Right.
right.
It'll be $2. Yeah, no.
Yeah, don't.
80 cents for coffee ice cubes.
No.
Do you think
I
it's
can
worth
make them
it?
at home.
Do you think it's worth it, though?
No.
I can
80
make it at
cents?
home.
No, not at all.
You can make coffee.
So what, are you going to bring the ice cubes in a plastic bag yourself and then just add it in?
I
Well,
can,
if you
I
really-
can make the cubes at
You know
home
what?
and make iced coffee at home.
Right.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
But, I mean, you're not really a Starbucks fan anyway.
If you
No, I'm
really
not. I'm a
need
Dunkin'
caffeine
girl.
that bad, there's a lot of other places you could go. Like
Yeah.
your nearest alleyway or 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven actually has good coffee.
Or maybe it could be brought to you.
They deliver it?
Well,
Who delivers?
Starbucks isn't delivering, but America's about to get even lazier because McDonald's is testing delivery.
They already deliver, I think.
Oh, that is
No.
just sick.
They don't deliver in Manhattan and
Yeah,
stuff
they.
like that?
I
maybe
think like
in
one. I think
Okay.
the one in Times
So wait,
Square
hold on.
delivers.
They're going to start delivering before they bring back Szechuan sauce? What is this?
Well, unfortunately, you're going to have to move if you want it to happen because it's not happening here yet.
I didn't think so.
They're going to test it today, starting it today in Chicago, Los Angeles, Columbus, and Phoenix. You can order whatever you want using the Uber Eats app.
Oh, I was going to say they're going to be overwhelmed.
So
it's
the
not going to
Uber-
happen.
the
But if
Uber
they're using
drivers.
Uber Eats, then it's going to work.
Uber drivers delivering the food?
Right.
They're going to make a ton of money. I'll tell you that much.
Or they won't.
I'm all for this.
No, the Uber drivers.
No, it's like being a waiter. It's either you're going to make a ton of money off of this kind of thing or you're going to make nothing.
I think the Uber drivers are going to make a lot of money off of it.
I'm totally on board because I am Mr. Lazy, and if I can get food like brought to my mouth, I'll pay extra for that because if I can, if I mean, they could feed me and I'll pay extra for it.
Why don't you
I don't want it just delivered to my hands. I want it delivered to my face.
But Sean, as many times as you do that, you're going to take a financial hit.
Financial.
But why don't you just get the Amazon drone?
Oh my gosh.
Bill's being Debbie Downer this morning.
But why don't you get...
Hold on. I don't care if I take a financial hit. I'll be happy and broke, and that's all that matters.
But why
Yeah.
don't you just
Food
why don't you
is
pay
happiness.
like $1 extra and you get the Amazon drone to fly right above you and just drop it in?
Because what if it misses?
Come on, people. This
That's
is
a double
business
loss.
101.
I'm not.
But if it
We didn't take
misses, that's a
business
double
101.
loss.
I know. I'm with them. I'm like, I don't trust technology in that way. I want it delivered by a human being to my face.
Like
Yeah, because
Oh,
I
okay.
can even, like, you
Yeah,
know, when
but-
you throw your popcorn up or whatever and catch it in your mouth, I can even do that.
I think they got
So
a better
to be
shot.
catching it from a drone when it,
Yeah.
like, it's moved.
I'll start
no.
throwing chicken McNuggets at you that I
If
get
they hook
delivered.
up with Amazon, they may have something going on.
There you
They
go.
could
I'm
deliver
telling you, man. I'm
thousands
telling
of
you.
them.
So I say, bring on the laziness, right?
Bring on.
I mean,
No, we're too
with
lazy to
someone
bring
other
anything
than
on.
McDonald's.
I think they need to bring Szechuan sauce back
I'm just
first.
disappointed that it's McDonald's.
What?
I don't.
need-
I used to eat McDonald's every single day. Now, the thought of it makes me sick. So
Well, that's you. Me, I can't get enough of
I
the.
decided to be healthy, like for like 6 months, and then when I
I'll-
quit being healthy, I just never picked back
That's
up
fine.
the
I'll
the
deliver.
habit of
I'll deliver
McDonald's.
myself chicken McNuggets, and I'll deliver you a salad. Deal?
No. I still eat very well, just not from McDonald's.
But you said you eat healthy. I'll get you the
no,
salad.
I said I try to be healthy.
Okay, so
and
now,
then when
so
I
in
quit
other
being healthy,
So in other words, I'll get you 40 chicken McNuggets then. Okay?
from Chick-fil-A.
No, well, Chick-fil-A. Now you're talking. If Chick-fil-A started delivering,
Exactly.
count me in.
For me, it would be
Exactly.
Popeyes.
Ooh.
But for McDonald's, you know what? I've watched Super Size Me like so many times. It never got me sick. But you know what? I would like this. Unfortunately, it's not happening here.
It will eventually. If it works in Chicago, it can work. If it can work there, it can work anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. Make it happen.
We're still going to have to make day trips to McDonald's.
For now, yes.
For now,
But as soon as they make this happen, I'm not getting in my car for McDonald's ever again.
Buenos dias. Bonjour.
Boker Tov.
No matter how you say it, it's going to be a good morning.
Thanks to the Nassau Morning Madhouse.
90.3 WHPC.
So we have to talk about weddings. You're invited to a wedding coming up soon, Samantha?
I'm actually in 2 weddings next year.
Oh, lucky you. Is that a good thing or a bad thing to be in a wedding?
So much work.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it's nice to be honored, but I wouldn't want to be. Like, I'm like, okay, yeah, get married. I'll just watch you and eat.
I want to be a guest.
I want to eat the cocktail hot dogs.
I was going to say it's expensive. However, one of the weddings is my brother's, and
Even
for
worse.
whatever reason, they're paying for everything. So literally, I just get to show up. You're paying for my dress. You're paying for me to look nice. You're paying for my food.
But the dress is probably ugly.
I hope not.